Hello, good evening. Hello, Bob. How are you doing? Oh, that's loud. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. It's still loud. Why is it still loud? Maybe it's because it's just the title page. Oh. I may have pinched a nerve in my shoulder. I'm so annoyed. I was stretching it during the ads and I didn't realize that ads was over. Alright, let's see here. Oh. We'll focus on the game. There we go. I'm gonna continue. How goes it? I think it goes good. Let me get a drink of water. I feel really dehydrated for some reason. I already drank like a bottle of Gatorade. I put more in the fridge. And I have like a big thing of water, but I've already drinking half the water, so I think it's just one of those days. Because I slept for most of the day too. I did a lot yesterday though, so I think I'm just tired. Okay, so let's try to recap here. It must be a summer heat, maybe. I have the AC on. It could be like because of my teeth. So I got pizza last night. I've been eating pizza for 24 hours. I mean, I had fruit and stuff too, but like I had pizza last night. I had pizza today. Probably having some pizza tomorrow. But you know, I finally eat pizza. But because my braces were broken 2 weeks in a row, like I didn't really eat. Like I didn't really eat because I had braces for the first time, and I didn't really eat because the braces were broken. So like it's been like catching up on that, like calorie wise with the pizza. And then like I think it's just doing a lot of stuff, and I think it's a bunch of things. So I'll be fine, but you know, yeah, I definitely pinched a nerve. I just stretched my arm out and my index finger all the way up to my shoulder. Yeah. Well, that's fun. Yeah. Yeah, and then tomorrow I'm busy, so this week is a lot. I probably streamed more than I should have, but this week is a lot. Alright, so let's see. Sometime after 9 p.m. Okay, so that's later. Find money for rent. We're not there yet. BRB. Okay. I'm gonna figure out what I need to do. We did a lot on Monday. We haven't done anything on Tuesday, and it's like a time. Okay, 47 minutes in game remaining on that. Okay. I don't know what I'll get for that. Okay, so we have to Get the body down. We have to access the harbor. To do that, we have to get past that guy. Okay, we can't. Ugh.
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite. Yes?
Okay. So I think we should go back over. I can probably use buffs.
Descent has only worsened since I last saw you. You have really let yourself go.
Physical instrument. Conceptualization. Needs to be like 10. Nah. Physical instruments needs to be 5. So what do I have? Wait, oop. Oh, we can level that up. And then we could put on here. Encyclopedia, physical instruments, interfacing, well, we could just go for it again.
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you. You have really let yourself go.
Yeah, we can roll the die again. Okay. Remember, roundhouse kick.
Just like that, instinct took over. A solid strike straight into his throat, into the cartilage. You could swear you felt the soft palate break.
Yep.
The man is reeling, gasping for air. Time stands still around you. All you hear is a small gurgling sound as a trickle of blood appears on the man's lip.
Nice.
The man lands with a dull thump, like a broken down puppet of muscles and sinew. For a moment, he still tries to keep his head up, dazed eyes looking at you with unimaginable surprise. To your
I know.
left is the button.
Disco Inferno, press the button. Welcome to Revolution. I'm so sorry, I didn't want to do this. Press the button, just Disco Inferno and press the button.
As you slam your fist on the button, the man collapses entirely, his head rolling to the side.
Looks like you're the new measurehead now.
Her voice is surprisingly calm.
No one is the new measurehead. Let's go before he gets up.
As you turn,
I can't believe the first time
you squint.
I went for the other hit and it didn't work. Because I thought the 360 would fail because all the other times it failed.
From a distant sunset, a stage light, flash photography, nowhere in particular. It's just what superstar law officers do. They squint at lights and they solve shit.
Superstar law officer sound weird. Yeah.
What are you, deaf? They're perfect, like a rock star politician and drug addict teacher. Embrace the superstardom you've worked so hard to establish.
No, I'm trash.
Yeah, a cool, trash superstar. Big dick cop down on his luck. Salam Rocky by here. Badass on the edge disco cop. Time to recede into a ludicrous fantasy world. Here we go. Camera, lights.
I want to hit action, so I'm gonna hit
With
it.
a sudden flash, the world freezes around you, and you along with it. In an iconic monochrome solution, a black silhouette against a rasterized orange world. It's on.
Alright. Take all. Money gained. That's not a lot of money though. It's down below, isn't it? It's not this. It's not this one. Oh, it is. Okay. That was a desk. Oops. I didn't want to go there. Book. Okay. Oh, there's another postcard card. It's in here. Sunglasses. Sure, we'll put them on. We can also, well, these gloves are for interfacing. Maybe we, why did they call it oven when you of in the cold food of hot out hot eat the food? What? What the? What's what? Girl who eat picture of her family will see spitting image of her mother. Oh boy. Welcome back. How does the disco drip? Well, we beat up a guy, so we're winning. What do we get right now for this one? I mean, we could make ourselves look. Oh, but the naval jacket. Look at that. Actually, we could get on some real pants. How does he look? Okay, what's this? Radical perspective on contemporary issues. Okay.
The front of this quarterly journal features a large satirical portrait of the late King Friso. From the sides of his head, a pair of white antlers spread to the corners of the cover. Because Friso was incompetent, foolish, and cruel. In short, the embodiment of everything the communards wished to overthrow. It's satire, you see. To your disappointment, there aren't any full-color pictures to direct your attention. Just column after column of closely set text, interrupted occasionally by little doodles in black and white.
You mean my picture book doesn't have pictures? It's not a good book.
After rifling the pages with your thumb several times, you return to the table of contents. The magazine is divided into several sections: international developments, Kunst und Kultur, and local concerns.
Who's there
Just
such a long
inside
pause?
the cover, there's also an editor's note.
Most things are like that, so for some are breaking new ground anyways. Let's read the
Comrade,
note.
as you know, this journal takes its name from Mazov's immortal expression, Du cristal alla fume. This was his way of describing the way the rigid, crystalline structures of capitalist ideology turn to smoke under communism. But, like the structures of capitalist ideology, we too are at risk of going à la fumée. Unlike many publications which are content to spoon-feed their readers reassuring drivel, La Fumée is committed to telling the radical truth, even when that truth may drive away potential subscribers.
Okay.
So please, if you value our radical Mazovian perspective on contemporary politics, culture, and international affairs, please consider subscribing today. Yours in struggle, the editors.
I think this is a communist magazine.
What do you expect? It was laying around the office of the Debarders Union. They're probably bankrolling the thing.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
It's just like, no way. It's like, this isn't a picture book. And like, Kim's probably just like, yeah, it isn't. No shit.
This section includes a long, tedious critique of the latest round of free trade negotiations between the EPIS nations and the Free State of Semenine.
Okay.
You also skip over an article about heavy fuel oil smuggling along the Mesk-Messina border, something about bear wrestling in Samara, book riots in Yugograd. Face it, you really aren't interested in foreign affairs. You're not even sure where most of these countries are. You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you. It takes a moment, but gradually it dawns on you that Kunst und Kultur must mean arts and culture. As you leaf through this section, you come across several reviews of recent radio plays, as well as a brief artist spotlight featuring a local artist identified only as CS. The main feature, though, is a long essay titled Tip Top Tournée, a critical Mazovian perspective. This so-called artist
Fascinating new
spotlight is
revelations,
really just
yeah.
a brief Q&A, made all the briefer by the subject's evident hostility to her interviewer.
Oh, okay.
The actual article is surprisingly light on details, but after skimming a page or two, you gather that it has something to do with motor carriage racing. If you don't follow it, you only ever hear about the ludicrous sponsorships and obscene death toll. You think you're settling in for a relaxing recap of the most recent season, maybe sprinkled with some nice anecdotes about a few of the more colorful drivers. Instead, you find yourself skimming a 10,000-word feature about all the politically problematic aspects of Tip Top Tourney.
What's wrong with Tip Top?
Where to even start? For one, there's the crass commercialism of its sponsorships, and then there's the practically criminal emphasis on deadly motor crashes.
Man, it reminds me of that one superhero anime from like 10 years ago. Where they had like sponsors on their suits and stuff. What was it called? Something Bunny? Tiger and Bunny, yeah.
Oddly enough, this article has two bylines: Nasteb Encolada Bernal and Exilus Buka. Under capitalism, the article says, every pursuit has its price. Every pleasure, even one as elemental as the joy of racing others around a track, is reduced to an advertising opportunity. Thus, the so-called tourney becomes a competition between increasingly meaningless brand signifiers. Your discount laundry detergent racing against a pack of Astra cigarettes, or even a fritter. And that precisely is what's problematic about it. Were it not for the promise of random, spectacular violence, audiences would quickly lose interest.
Are you talking about hockey?
At the end of the day, it's the destruction of these 750,000 real races that you're really watching for.
Well, you're right. I really am just in it for the violence.
You see, one cannot avoid the conclusion that Tip Top Tourney is simply the apotheosis of spectacular entertainment under capitalism.
Did you know that it's... Oh, wow, using some big words. This article says no one really watches Tip Top Tourney for the races.
Ah, come on. Can this article read your mind?
It seems to think so.
Certain kind of young man reads one or two books and suddenly thinks he understands the secret structures of reality. If I had to wager, I'd say they've never even seen the inside of a motor, much less a motor race. I take whatever they write with a large grain of salt.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you. Unsurprisingly, much of this section is taken up with articles declaring unqualified support for the dock workers' strike. You skim the headlines. Paint the harbor red and white. Martinez tames the wild pines. A city in revolt. First we take Martinez, then we take La Delta. Finally, there's a brief article by the writer, G. Martin, accusing the owner of the Cape Side apartments of illegally attempting to evict certain communist tenants simply for not having paid their rent.
Oh, the first option. Oh. Should have killed them. Charging rent just to live somewhere is pretty outrageous. Labor and capital could reach some reasonable accommodation. Why should I care? Wow, it really goes through extremes. Anyways.
The writer G. Martin remarks dryly that capitalists love wealth redistribution, so long as it's only redistributed upward.
Yeah, shocking how that works.
You flip back to the front of the magazine.
Alright. You got a thought?
The 15th Indo tribe.
So what is this about?
Because there was The 15th Indo tribe was comprised of 8 kids from Forberg and North Jamrock, running from wild dogs in the valley, hiding scents under rocks, and stealing clothes off clotheslines, and sometimes even the copper wiring of phone lines. You may have been one of them. This must be a childhood memory. The 15th Indo tribe was your Indo tribe, set to rule in Cylinder. The rest of the kids are dead now. Car accidents and drug overdoses. Only you remain.
10 cents for every green orb clicked. Oh! You can make money now from me just clicking on shit.
These new jeans are perfect for sticking your hand into. Makes you look cool, calm, and collected.
Oh!
As your hand
Is it money?
enters the pocket, your fingers brush against something soft yet crinkly. Hey, it's a chewing
Apricot
gum
chewing gum wrapper?
It reminds you of the fruity juice of apricots. You should inspect it closer if you have time. Something about the wrapper's texture is familiar. Not familiar in a good way, you might say. There's pain in there somewhere. Crinkled chewing gum wrapper. The worn label reads, Tutti Frutti. It smells faintly of apricots, with a barely noticeable twinge of cinnamon. Good question. There is no answer or secret phrase written on the inside of the wrapper. Yet you're drawn to it, drawn by regret. Stop before you hurt yourself with the Tutti Frutti wrapper. Throw it away, please. You carefully fold the wrapper into a square before putting it back into your pocket, lovingly even, despite the strange feeling of regret.
Nice, we got healing items. Because I definitely didn't hurt myself earlier.
On second glance, someone has forgotten to properly close one of the drawers.
It's unfortunate for the Union to just leave their paperwork lying around like this.
It sure is.
The drawer opens smoothly. Inside is a well-organized selection of brown folders. Hundreds of documents containing logistical data. 2 kinds of transactions stand out. Materials coming into Revachol from the outside world, from Muindi, Grad, and even Ilmara, and the same materials being handed over to companies inside Revachol. Kuron, Coal City, La Delta, and Jamrock are listed among the many districts where the imports are being sold.
Can we find drug trade?
It's hard to make sense of this thicket of company names, dates, quantities, and percentages. You try to focus, but the lines are getting blurry.
Force yourself.
Look how blurry all the lines on these papers are. How unwieldy your own willpower is to yourself. You're like an absurdist Samaran monk.
Could I actually focus through not focusing?
You are a police officer, not a spiritual healer. You can focus the normal way by turning your attention to something and not letting go.
Is that what you're doing with those photos over there?
Yes.
Right. This is probably not relevant to our case. After all, we're not investigating an accounting mystery.
Let's try again though.
Whatever's hidden here is hidden well. Concentration isn't enough. Only a trained accountant with a background in logistics would be able to really make sense of it. However, there is a little handwritten note stuck on the side of the drawer. It appears to be a to-do list written in large, uneven capital letters.
Secret password.
Remember, Leo, Everard's shoes, special whirling borscht, water Everard's plants, sweep office floor, more banners. All items on the list have been crossed out and the note itself is crumpled.
Everard Clare, probably. The head of the Debarders Union. One of his aides must have left it. Nothing incriminating here.
What is so special about this borscht? Code for drugs? Booze? Blood?
What do you mean? It's soup.
Remember, Leo, Everard's shoes, special whirling borscht, water Everard's plants, sweep office floor, more banners. All items on the list have been crossed out, and the note itself is crumpled. The drawer slides shut smoothly.
I guess we go and we see about borscht.
An imposing combination of a punch clock and a payphone is looking down at you from the wall. A note on the side says, "Tokens unavailable due to strike."
Okay,
the
fine.
machine swallows your coin and seems to be waiting for your next move.
Interfacing? Give me a second. We can do a quick outfit swap. Oh. So I think
The already familiar cold touch of plastic. Your fingers run over the dial pad. 005. That's the dialing code for Revachol. 4952, and a moment of hesitation before entering the final numbers. 993. Calling. Still calling.
Video Revachol, 24-hour video rental. You're an 8 and 10mm film for home use. This is Lemmy. How may I help you?
The voice of a youngster on the other end sounds as enthusiastic as that of a man walking towards the gallows.
what is this place you called?
Video Revachol is a 24-hour video rental. We rent 8 and 10mm film for home use. This is Lemmy. Sir, I don't know. It's a video rental. Maybe you rent videos here. No. Maybe you called to extend your rental period? Do you need to extend your rental period? If you need any further assistance, you can visit us on the corner of Voyager and Main. I can't help you over the phone. Are we done?
On the corner of Voyager and Main, a large neon sign hangs on the side of a building. Video Revachol, 24 hours. It's raining and there is almost no traffic on the streets. A woman's footprints in the mud lead away from the front door. Tiny heels tiptoeing down the road. Beautiful steps, light-footed with a lifetime ahead of them. You look up and the air seems to grow darker. The call is terminated by the other party. You're left with the discomforting sound of the disconnect tone.
Oh. Oh, I guess we can go attempt those again. Ooh. Alright, anything else to look at in here? Doesn't look like it. Check it. Come on, AI. We can do it.
Looks like someone left his tarpaulin cloak hanging on the railing here. The white rectangle of the Revachol Citizens Militia is clearly visible on its back.
Could it be ours?
Yes, it was probably you. It does bear the RCM insignia, after all. The service cloak issued to you by your station? Yes, I do.
As your fingers touch the tarpaulin, it almost feels like the cloak wants to deliver a message of comfort through your fingertips.
Three bullet holes scattered on the surface? Oh, okay. Well, it's probably a good idea to wear our actual thing, you know? With the rainwater. Over this way. Oh, we can't. Okay. Oh, I have a thought. So there's stuff that way. Is there anything this way? Oh my god. This is how we're gonna get our rent tonight.
This is the night watchman's booth. The name on the door reads, Rene Arnaud. Listen, it's okay to take a few minutes to yourself. Sit down and have a breather.
If you must. But please hurry. We are pretty easy to spot up here.
Nothing incriminating catches your eye. The cabinets are clean and their sparse contents meticulously organized. There's a framed photograph on the table.
Take it.
It's a black and white photo of a young couple out in a street fair. The man, Rene, is dressed in a Royal Carabinier uniform. The girl is young and very pretty. She is smiling playfully at the camera.
Why did you take that picture of René?
I'm a cop.
Fine. But let's move. I don't want to be seen snooping around here.
The chair is not as austere as the rest of the booth. A thin grey pillow is attached to the seat, secured to the stiles by black ribbons. Stale air floods through your nostrils. Not a single mote of dust floats inside your lungs, though. The inside of the booth is immaculate. Stale air floods through your nostrils. You stand and exit the booth.
Alright. River Chauffeur 91. Okay. Let's go this way.
A rusting control panel with several knobs. 2 buttons marked Marche and Arrête are faded with use. It seems to control the large crane above. A container is attached to its hook block. Marche. On. Arrête. Off. With a loud grind, the crane shifts overhead, moving a massive metal container through the air.
Nice. Your French paid off. I guess I'll put it down for me.
And with a surprisingly quiet thunk, the crane places the container down. The harbor sleeps as the strike rages in the distance. The crane can rest again, now that its purpose has been fulfilled.
Its purpose? Yeah, the game purpose.
Moving this container, of course. For this purpose it was built. For this purpose it has acted. And now it will rest.
I can't see how that was worth the wreckers. Except for seeing the crane in action, which I admit was satisfying.
The crane does not return to its original position. It does not move at all.
Nice. Okay. So what do we got here? Money. Thank you. DOVA-SYNDROME? Okay.
Before you stands a cargo container, just one of many in the yard.
You do? Because I don't. There are a million containers here. Why are you fixating on this one?
Inspect it.
There may very well be, but we are not here to look for that. We are not here to interact with containers. We are here to get the body down from the tree.
No reply. The knock produces a hollow ring of metal. Doesn't sound like there's anything inside the container. You attempt to turn the handle. To your left, the lieutenant considers your actions with some puzzlement.
Persuade the door to open.
Why are you even trying to open a door with rhetoric?
Because getting physical wasn't an
Because
option.
what wasn't an option?
Using my body over my wits.
Now is not the time to get philosophical, detective. You can do that after hours.
Alright. We'll come here after hours. I've thought. No, I don't want that. I want this. Hello, I would like, oh, vermilion, okay. Money? Nice. What's that? Oh, I got gloves. Lifting cargo. Ooh. Definitely gonna need those. More money. Money, money, money. Oh, there's someone over there. Huh. Interesting. Definitely watching us. What's up? What? Why? There we go.
Container,
Oh, it's Leo.
turn you nice and red. Container, container, put the logos on.
The accent is so thick, it's impossible not to notice he's Ubi, from the vanishing peninsula of Ubisund on Muindi.
Container, container, used to be Wild Pines. Container, container, now belongs to Everard. Everard, he looks after everyone. Huh? Well, hey there. How can I help you, mister?
Oh my god, he's so nice.
I see you are not a union man, mister. Did you get lost? You're not one of them scabs, are you?
What is with you people in scabs?
I mean, I don't personally mind. Folks is just folks, you know, and folks gotta eat. Just some of the other guys don't look too kindly on the scabbing kind, if you know what I mean, mister.
I mean, that is fair.
Oh yes, born and raised in Irish, mister. Mum had to leave my dad after he got a bit violent. Took us here to the new world. I was about 10 then, too old to lose my accent then. People say us Ubis are up to all sorts of trouble with sheep and other animals and whatnot. I just want you to know there was never any of that where I come from. No sir, those are just nasty rumors.
Thank you for clarifying that, sir.
What are you doing with the container?
Oh, I'm just making some covers for them containers here. Yes I am, So it's easier for the crane operators to spot them. Sure, mister. Most of the guys are down at the gates, keeping the scabs from coming in. We're on a strike. The whole union is. You don't have to work when you're on strike. Ha! We haven't worked for 2 months now.
So no one is working?
Not everyone is down there, of course. Mr. Everard is in his office, where he always is. And Jean-Luc is guarding the gate. But Titus and his boys got into some drunken trouble and Everard sent them on a nice vacation. For a week or so. Whoa, I'm not really supposed to talk about that. That's union business. Him and his boy stirred up something in town. Probably drank too much and got into a fight or something. I heard Mr. Everett telling him to take some time off.
But what did they really do?
I guess the boys got a bit too rowdy and had to let out some steam. I don't really know the details. Well, that's just how boys are, you know. I haven't been in a fight since I was in middle school.
Well, they may have killed someone, eh? He folds with zero pressure, I know.
Easy, Leo. Let's keep this on the hard ease.
Too late. Leo's mouth is still moving, and the words are spewing forth. Words, words, and look, even more words. This guy could go on till the end of days. Now he's talking about some drunk sawmill owner who... No, he already switched to a prized fishing rod he apparently owned at some point. You know what? Just cut in there with your questions.
Yes, yes. Everybody needs a job, and this is mine. I'm Leonard, by the way. Leonard Bellick. But everyone calls me Leo. I'm like Mr. Everett's right-hand man when Mr. Edgar is out of town, and Mr. Edgar's right-hand man when Mr. Everett is away. Actually, Miss Beaufort is the right-hand man, but she's a lady.
Who is this, Miss Beaufort?
A real pretty lady with a skin like those Douai Sucre candy bars my missus likes so much. Them are real nice to suckle on once the dinner is done and me and the missus sit down beside the radio.
Good to know, thanks.
But I can't listen to the radio all the time. There's so much to do around here and I'm always busy keeping things running here. Yes I am, yes I am. Oh, Lizzie, she is a real sharp tool. Mr. Everett put her through some fancy school and everything, east of the river. 4 years she was gone, and when she came back, she was all fancy and lawyerly.
She's a lawyer, yeah.
But she's a real nice girl. Grew up in this here neighborhood, knows everybody and gets along with everyone. Real pillar of the community one day, I'm sure. If me missus and me was to have a child, I'd be real happy if she turned out like her. But she can't have kids. Dr. Lemaitre said so. And she knows about such things. Been a doctor for almost 50 years, she has.
Yes, this place really seems to run like clockwork. Keep it up, Leo.
Well, thanks a lot. Coming from you, it means a lot, really. Sometimes I feel some of the guys don't really get how much I bust my ass for them here. But you guys are alright. Oh, yes, yes. I leave all kinds of notes for myself. That old head of mine ain't so good at keeping things in no more. I almost forgot about the borscht.
What about borscht?
Oh yes, I've been taking special whirling borscht to the men every day since the strike started. It's very, very good. Makes a man feel so warm and happy. I feel like I could take on Mr. Renadan's boar dogs every time the lunch is done.
Power borscht, huh? Never heard of a borscht that turns little guys into dogfighters. Alcohol, however.
Yes, yes. I'm taking it to them. The borscht keeps them happy and in fighting spirits. Makes you all warm inside. They brew it in the whirling in rags. Oh, the whirling's cook. He makes it. Them is always talking with Mr. Manana in that weird language and laughing together. He doesn't speak what we speak. He's from Grad. Oh, sure, mister. Sure. You do that. Yes, sir.
He didn't actually understand what you meant, and now he's just nodding along.
Oh, that one. That should be empty as far as I know. Lots of containers here have nothing in them. They're just waiting to be loaded up.
Told you.
Yeah, but we can use the path.
Oh, you want Mr. Everett then? He's an awfully nice fellow, he is. Him and his brother are both nice fellows. They've lived their entire lives in this here neighborhood. Guys like Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar, his brother, are real good guys. Made Martinez what it is today. Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar and I went to the same school we did when we were boys. Oh, Mr. Everett is where he always is. In his office, of course.
Oh, to the right, okay.
Bye-bye now.
If we can up our logic. Special borscht. +1 logic, okay. .
Oh, hey, mister. I knew you'd be back to talk with old Leo here. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. No trouble at all, mister. Oh, I'm just making some covers for them containers here. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. So it's easier for the crane operators
Okay.
to spot them.
Let's level that up. Okay, we'll just go for it.
Everything is so pretty and red. You and Leo look like brothers as you glance around with similar childlike wonder.
Sure is, mister. Sure is. Really livens up the place. Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
I hate to break this bonding moment, but the red containers mean they're replacing the company livery with the union livery, which means this strike isn't gonna stop anytime soon.
Aww. All right, let's continue. Oh.
Before you is a walrus of a man seated behind a large desk. He looks
Finger
up for his
gun.
work, not the least bit surprised to see you. With great effort, he straightens himself up in his chair, yet says nothing. He simply stares at you, with a mixture of expectation and impatience, well bottled.
Welcome, Mr. Dubois, Mr. Kitsuragi. It's good of you two to stop by. Please, have a seat. I'm Everard Clare, head of the Debarders Union here in Martinez.
He has such a voice.
I'd offer you my hand, but unfortunately my health prevents me from getting up. You understand?
He looks extremely comfortable. The tiny folding chair, on the other hand,
Bad vibes, yeah.
looks like a torture device.
You go ahead, detective.
Whatever he has in store for you, it can't be good, he thinks. I'll do my best. Forget about that. What's with this Dubois stuff? You're getting some seriously bad vibes from that name.
Please, Mr. Dubois, let us converse in a civilized manner, as equals.
It's nothing. Yes, that's probably right. It's nothing. Forget about it. Filter it out.
Yeah, we'll take a seat. Converse as equals gives us an unequal chair.
Excellent, Mr. Dubois. I can see that you're a reasonable man, and reasonable men can be of great use to one another.
He gives you a sly wink. Let's try to wink back.
So tell me, how can the head of the Debarders Union help a representative of the Revachol Citizens Militia today?
The chair you're sitting on has got to be the most uncomfortable chair in the world. It's violating your backside.
Oh, by the way, I heard you got a rather rude reception from a certain Lawrence Gart. Some people have no manners, it pains me to say. This should take care of that nonsense. It should be sufficient to cover your expenses for a few days and patch over your differences with a cafeteria manager. Go ahead, take it.
He's bribing us.
That's 25 real.
25?
That's good money. You need it.
Yes, I know Lawrence. He's a real character. No union man in him. A real piece of work, that boy is.
Take the comically large check, but don't say anything.
Is there anything you'd like to say to me? Or...
No.
No, it's cool.
Cool? I wouldn't go that far. I'm sure there are cooler things than delivering a comically oversized novelty check to a cafeteria manager. But, sure, if that's what's cool nowadays.
Yeah, why not? It's fun.
Now, I'd like to set your mind at ease about one other matter. Your lost gun. Let me assure you, Union people are on it as we speak. I've got my
Why
best
would you
hound
have them
looking for
on
that
it?
lost gun.
His slug-like lips move, but all you hear is an echo. Lost gun, lost gun. The world is swallowed by a black hole of fear. Only 2 words escape its gravitational pull. Lost and gun.
Don't know why he knows about that, but let's just say thanks.
Are you all right, Harry? You seem anxious. Don't be. Everything's going to be all right. It's not like you left it loaded. You didn't lose a loaded gun. Local children aren't out there playing with it right
got
now,
ads.
pointing it into their own mouths. It's in a safe place. I just know it. I have a feeling everything's going to be all right.
Do you? Alright, we'll pause for ads. Pause for ads. Oh. At least we're finally making progress. It was a shame last week that when I picked the safe option instead of the roundhouse kick. It'll be fine. Oh, this guy's a little sleazy. You know. Oh, missed opportunity. Yeah. Well, that's because like the first time they gave you like some really ridiculous options and I picked them and it didn't work out for me at all. So I was like, there's no way that like the roundhouse kick will work this time. beat them all up. Yeah. You go might first. The one brain cell detective. We have about a minute left. Oh. I slept all day. Why am I tired? My goodness. It's fine. Okay.
It was loaded. There were 2 bullets in it. You always keep at least 2 barrels loaded.
Took the novelty check. Didn't say thanks for it. The chair is killing you. Composure 5. Ooh, we will fail on that. Well, okay. Ad is over. Composure. Challenging. Don't panic. Well, we'll see if RNG blesses me.
God, you're sweating. Your knee is
Oop,
jerking.
well.
You're about to cry, aren't you? You're about to cry because you lost your gun and those children are gonna shoot themselves with it.
No, I'm not gonna cry.
Mr. Dubois, you don't look so good.
He only
What
says
is this, Mr. Dubois? He keeps repeating. What is he trying to pull here? You need to cool the fuck down. Chill.
Mr. Dubois! Mr. Dubois! Harry!
Keep sliding on the chair like Jello. There are no Harrys. Let your mind go to a safe place. Keep sliding down the chair like a Jello slot. Let's slide down the chair.
Mr. Dubois, are you okay? Can I get you a glass of water or something? Are you having some kind of medical emergency?
Yes, that's what we'll put it as, heart attack or something.
Maybe you could use your hands somehow, in a kind of throw-in motion, like you're throwing that Mr. Dubois act right back at him. He's Mr. Dubois.
Actually, this chair is uncomfortable. I could use that glass of water.
What an odd demonstration of... you got me, Harry. I don't even know what. As entertaining as it was, I'm afraid we're wasting our time. And I'm an extremely busy man, as I'm sure you are too.
Okay, enough. We are here to ask you some questions pertaining to a murder investigation.
Quick, here's your window. Get yourself together and ask him questions. Police officer questions.
Police officer questions. Yeah, don't tell him that.
You might have noticed there's one hanging on a tree behind the hostel cafeteria.
Oh my. Don't take this question personally, but why would I get involved in this matter?
Mr. Clare, the man was hanged with a cargo belt. A steel-reinforced cargo belt. It's safe to assume the Union had something to do with the murder. Besides, getting the body down would benefit all of us. It's a stain on the neighborhood.
You're a community leader. Help your community out.
I can certainly see how having him up there might start affecting some real estate values. But of course, all joking aside, I am going to help you. Jean-Luc, the cop who bested you in physical combat is here, and he has a little dead body in a tree problem. Namely, he needs it to be taken down. Please extend him this courtesy. You can find Luke down at the gates, but you already knew that. Anyway, he's going to help you, now that he's back on his feet.
Nice, okay.
Am I going to ask? Hell, Harry. You spin-kicked my strongest man in the face. I saw it from my window. Would you ask a man like that how he got into your container yard?
You don't even have a window. Anyways.
Don't worry, Harry. Between you and me, I'm not a huge fan of his race thing, but the Union did not get where we are today by frowning on eccentricity. Anyway, I assure you, I am a very well-informed man. Information reaches me before I even get the chance to request it. Oh, of course. That's your main thing here. That's why you're in Martinez. I know everything that goes on around here, and I would love to help you.
I would love to help
with the
you.
Body. I mean, it's no secret that the lynching is connected to the strike. So much to talk about. Honestly, it's been weighing on me so heavily. I understand you need to interview me.
I sense there's a but.
But there's a thing that's been keeping me up at night. I want to talk about the hanging. I mean, if we could just calmly talk, exchange information, we could blow this thing wide open.
Yes, that sounds good.
But I can't think straight with this thing weighing on me. You're police officers, aren't you? I have a crazy idea. You guys are basically door-opening machines, incredibly talented at opening doors.
I've opened a few doors in my life.
And I'm sure you're going to open this one with flying colors, Harry. This really is very simple, and there's nothing shady about it.
All right.
Does this jiggling ooze think he's going to use you? He's got another thing coming. Play his game, son, with your eyes peeled. He's going to slip up, and when he does, you're going to come out on top.
Harry, I'm a very busy man, and more importantly, I don't have that extraordinary physique you do. You look like you could run around all day.
You want to send someone a message that the police are working for you.
I repeat, I'm a very, very busy man, Mr. Kitsuragi, and therefore I must occasionally enlist outside help.
Whose door is it?
No one's. It's just a weasel. A weasel lives there. Nothing for you to worry about. A loud blabbering weasel. When weasels feel no one is watching, they start acting foolishly. Just go there, unlock the door, and leave it open. It's been such a burden on me, Harry. I just want this to be over so I can discuss business with you. Harry, my dear friend, I am what people call a local bigwig.
Okay.
I know everything that goes on in Martinez.
Fine, we'll tip it.
Fantastic, my friend. Just let me know when it's done and we can take our friendship to the next level.
I don't have to do anything. I can just say
You
I
can
will.
get the key from Manana. He's down by the gates. Manana's like a free agent in the Union. Special operations. Hardened socialist. A real free thinker too. He'll tell you precisely where the door is. Just open the door. You don't need to go in or anything. I just want that weasel to come home and see the unlocked door.
Mm-hmm. Definitely planning something bad. Absolutely.
Oh, that's very nice. I haven't gotten around to her yet. I'm very, very busy, you see. I hope you're getting along. One thing I want to make very clear, Harry, is that this is not some kind of union versus corporation situation. Everyone is just pals here. We're all trying to do what's best for Martinez here. Don't feel like you can't cooperate with her because you and I are such good friends and I'm helping you get that nasty body down from the tree. I'm not a jealous guy. What do you mean, Harry? Nothing. I let him go. He's an old man, Harry. I wanted him to spend more time with his family. God knows how long he's got left. Harry, I have little people in my organization. I would never call someone a midget. What is this? Honestly, I'm beginning to think you're a midget, Harry. I'm only kidding, Harry. You're not a midget. No one is. We're pals.
It's hard to say if he really lost his temper or if this is another one of his tricks. This man almost never angers visibly.
If she actually wants to see me, she will find a way. Any good negotiator would. And I just don't have anything to discuss with a bad negotiator. Vanished? Harry, the woman left her casserole in the oven and couldn't make it here in time for the voting. Oh, did I leave my casserole on? Better go home and check. The election can wait. When she got back, the whole thing was over.
Okay.
Of course, Harry. Let me just assure you one more time. It's perfectly okay to share anything we discuss here with this Joyce. This is a completely transparent organization. I have no interest in what she is doing, but I myself have nothing to hide. Your business is your business, and I respect your privacy. Just remember, none of this is secret. Tell her about all of it. My brother's picture, my singing swordfish clock. Tell her how overweight I am and how I'm helping you find your lost gun. Tell her about everything. Everett doesn't mind.
This is weird. Not nice weird, but okay.
Yes.
Of course. Let us dispatch with the formalities. You call me Everett, I call you Harry.
That's what the hanged corpse called you. Harry.
My God, so it's true. I didn't want to believe it, but you are a fantastic science fiction amnesiac cop, aren't you? What are the odds of that?
I think the odds of that are very low.
Memory's fine, I'm just testing
So
it.
good to hear that, Harry. Apparently my sources were wrong. However, if you did have a spot of memory trouble, I could help you out with my big fat folder.
It's just a brown folder. You can't make out what's written on it.
Are you trying to tell me you've gotten hold of some of our documents?
Mr. Kitsuragi, would you mind? Me and Harry are talking about his lost identity right now.
Oh goodness, okay.
This? My friends in your organization gave it to me, Harry.
I find that very suspicious. May I have a look?
I'm afraid this is meant for Union eyes only, Mr. Kitsuragi. I'm sure you understand. Please continue, Harry. It's Harry. Harry Dubois. And I can work with you, Harry. Now, what else can I do for you? But of course, Harry. Your precinct is the 41st and you live in Jamrock. You're a Jamrock boy. A long way from home, but that's okay. Family. family? Harry, you're not a family man. There's not one peep of family in here. Unless you think you're a family man. Do you strike yourself as a family man, Harry? Family, Harry, is the most important thing in the world. Well, Harry, if I were to sum you up in one word, it would be apologetic.
I'm sorry?
Yes, you seem to be, a lot of the time, but right now there's no reason to be. Let loose a little. Be you.
I can level up drama. Is it drama? I guess.
Everard's large hands are covering the folder, but the look on his face says, I know everything about you, Harry.
I'm sure it's not that bad. At worst, he has an old RCM folder, and I very much doubt even that.
Harry, I just know the things that matter to our friendship, and I want you to feel free to ask me about those things. Of course, Harry, of course. Let's not linger on personal details.
These roles hate me, yeah.
You wanted something from me.
It's because you have to be smart for them, and I am not smart.
What? Harry, how could you say that to me? You know I appreciate a joke as much as any Johnny Fat Guy, but I can't take slander. Are you actually investigating this?
No, I'm not.
You've hurt me, Harry. Me, a friend. But you know what?
And gets over it in 2 seconds. Seems like it didn't really hurt him.
I trust you, like I trust all my friends. And I know you'll never talk to me about this again, because you don't want to wound me.
Thank you for your understanding. We will continue to do what we must.
You too, Lieutenant. You know, I like you, but you never were my favorite. I'm a Harry guy. I'm Team Harry.
Taken.
Stupid.
Did we have anything else to do here, Harry?
My dear Harry, there are literally millions of containers in this harbor. I couldn't possibly remember what's in all of them. Harry, you smooth-talking son of a bitch. Time is a precious resource, and I don't have enough of it to count containers with you.
Smooth talking. Maybe that's the way to go about opening the container.
Try
You should
convincing
at
me.
least try convincing it.
Alright.
Wait, you need this to get in and out through the gate. Here, you're one of us now. A real red and white Union man. Take care, Harry.
Yeah, thanks. Well. Giant novelty check. Constable rent. Worthless in a pawn shop. Okay. Get the money done. Okay.
Yes?
I don't think there's anything else here for now. Oh boy. Can I leave? What if I try convincing it to open?
You're back before the cargo container. Its drawer has not lessened since
Okay.
you were last here. If
It work. Well, he's back up.
Do not presume this has drastically altered our race dynamic.
I knocked you out like a god of martial arts.
True. I said nothing about our personal dynamic. That has altered a little. So it was. You bested me in race combat to reach my superior, then had him give me an order. I salute your cunning, enemy. I will go and remove the body from the tree with my bare hands.
Thanks.
You're so noble, Measurehead.
But while I am gone, someone must stand guard on the bridge. That someone needs to be you.
This is the uncomfortable result of not taking it on ourselves. I can live with a compromise.
Listen to your little friend. He is wise in his childlike way. His mysterious race may yet prove fierce competition to my heroic haplogroup.
Okay, we'll wait.
See that they stay here the whole time.
Well, I think God.
The woman's gaze follows Measurehead as he leaves.
So, you guys are like cops or something?
Apparently.
Cool. I like men with guns and power. I'm Katya, by the way.
You hear that? That sound. He's breaking something.
Yeah, Jean-Luc must be really tearing it up over there. I wish I could see it.
Look at you! RCM rent-a-cops! Guarding that bridge like Everott's lapdogs! Is this where it's at now? The RCM is for sale!
Bro.
And who are you? What is your business here? Why are your clothes 4 sizes too small for you?
I work with whoever I want. I am an unbelievably corrupt cop. I am corrupt every opportunity I get.
A shrill laughter interrupts you, echoing across Martinez.
Kuno?
It's Kuno. Then, the man turns to look behind him at the behemoth appearing around the corner, approaching him, walking past him.
Well, he's back. Nothing would have happened to Kuno, would it?
The corpse has been removed from the tree. Stand down and congratulate yourself. You have sided with Ray's victory today. And what you had to do was to become a Union man for all to see.
I don't know about that. Alright, let's see what happens. Let me go down. Let me...
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that cover.
Well, let's, you know.
The corpse lies on the ground among the remains of an absolutely demolished pinewood branch. It's gently laid on one side.
Well, it's down.
Mr. Measurehead has done a good job. Nothing is too broken or compromised. The victim is ready for a field autopsy. Yes. 1. Investigation of the scene. 2. Initial examination of the victim. 3. Field autopsy. 4. Transportation of the body to the morgue.
The fuck are they on about? Cop's gonna cut his shit up!
Don't we have someone else to cut his shit open?
It's not about cutting. And no, you and I are detectives. The honorary rank of detective signifies our ability to handle the entire incident chain, from autopsy to cleanup to social work.
Honorary rank?
An honor and a burden attached to your rank once you've proven yourself able. Usually after 5 to 8 years of field work. Mine is lieutenant detective.
I don't feel like a detective.
You are. Your station would not have assigned you on this case if you weren't. Now,
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
come on, officer. You know what a field autopsy is. You've done 100 of them. Unfortunately, no. They are better than nothing. Tell you what, I perform the anatomical side of things while you will take notes. That's right.
Okay.
I thought we decided to leave it to processing.
Damn it. This is turning into some sort of mega puzzle.
Okay.
The dead man stares in silence as you crack open the ledger. The bright red paper is covered in boxes and lists, describing the condition of his skin and organs in 3 parts. Above those, an 11-field info form needs filling out first. It begins with,
That's you.
Right here, Dubois.
the corpse is indifferent to your scribblings, just lies there. The next box says,
KK57-0803.0815. Next, we've heard the nom de guerre, Lely. It's better than nothing. Write it down. What's next? Date of birth? NA. Roughly 50.
the corpse looks ageless, like meat on a hook.
Mondial. Subgroup Occidental, as per your observation.
The pudgy mess looks neither mondial nor occidental. It doesn't even look human. The next line says,
Fucky fucky!
Thanks.
Male.
Pigs can have sex!
Right, fucky male pigs are gonna have sex.
nor does he look male, with his pregnant belly and indistinguishable face.
We're still going with March 4th, 51. What else? 9. Body identified by is non-applicable. 10. Case number is the same as the coroner's case.
KK57 0503 0815 listens motionless, with the cargo belt still around his neck. Only one box remains.
None, at least not after the initial examination. Interfering with the body's position or wounds post-mortem.
A silent nod. The lieutenant places his gloved hand on the corpse's chest, as if in preparation. Your central nervous system recognizes this gesture. It's the stations of the breath. Ecclesiastic, religious in nature, a holdout from pre-DeLorean burial rites. It takes him 2 seconds to perform. Then, somewhere in Jamrock North, a small wood shed behind Rosencrantz Row, Lieutenant Nick Feuerbach puts his hand to the chest of a small corpse, no larger than a monkey. It's raining outside, light drizzle. There is darkness in the shed. Elsewhere yet, an obese female sits in a wicker chair, her silhouette bull-like against the window. Outside, Grand Coudon. The day is turning dim for Sergeant Mac Dawson. Hand extended, he approaches to make sure she is dead more than anything else. The building is tall, 7 stories wind-wrapped in solitude. Most of the apartments are unoccupied. This was a suicide. The other, an accident. The small one, And so, all across Jamrock, Coal City, GRIH, 42 deceased persons found today. 42 stations of breath.
We should start the post-mortem.
The corpse cannot feel Kim's hand on his chest. It no longer meaningfully interacts with its surroundings. A thicket of boxes and lists on red copier paper tries to answer why.
Okay, external.
Clothes. The deceased wears armored boots and white briefs. The make of the briefs is Babrodine, I think. Let's see.
See, it's happening.
Babrodine, yes. Inexpensive. Size M. Color white.
The disappointment is palpable. The red-haired thing was expecting something more lurid.
The rest of the clothes have been removed post-mortem by scavengers in order to get to the victim's ceramic armor. Officers are in search of the missing pieces. Removal of the boots is left for processing.
When am I gonna get them?
Patience. After the autopsy, before the body is taken away, there will be a window of opportunity after the lieutenant has gone to sleep. I hope this has helped you, my liege.
Tattoos. The upper torso is covered in a single continuous tattoo, resembling a map of the night sky. It reaches from the right shoulder to the heart. The ink is blue and white. The assistant has a color photograph of the markings to be added to the case files as document A1. The photo is taken on the scene using a Trigat Mini. The deceased has a cargo lashing belt around his neck, tied with a hangman's knot. Color yellow. Length 3 meters. There is a buckle on the other end. Well-nourished, athletically built, measuring 1.8 meters. Generally consistent with age, about 50. Preservation is good. Ambient temperature below freezing.
The spine is bent more than the lieutenant compensated for. This buster's actual height is about 1.85. And no, you could not take him straight on.
Of course, I undercompensated. Body hair is light brown. Distribution is consistent with age. The deceased had male pattern baldness. Hair is combed back, short.
Touch the hair? No!
Lividity is consistent with hanging. The head is congested. Contusions are present on the head, chest, and thighs. Consistent with stones thrown post-mortem. Low velocity.
Thanks, Kuno.
Fucking low velocity? You think Kuno doesn't know what you're talking about? Velocity was fucking max.
No, it wasn't.
Talking shit about Kuno's velocity.
In addition, there are bite marks on the face, scalp, and chest. Consistent with predation.
Write down what I meant for high velocity. Nah, fuck Kuno.
You get your mark. The steel wiring. There's too much of it. We need to remove the bell so we can get to the ligature mark.
You got just the right tool for that. The chain cutters.
Oh yeah, I'm prepared. Good thing we got these chain cutters.
Always good to think ahead. Now, we need to cut the belt to see the ligature mark below. Carefully, with as much precision as you can.
See, my pig is gonna fuck his head off.
No, he ain't. Your pig's a boring fuck.
Look for a good spot to cut.
The belt is equally tight around the whole circumference of his neck, swelling over the edges like white bread rising from the east. The knot is the weak spot. The chain cutters fit in there. Steady now, like a flower arranger. 2 cuts and it should come loose.
If I fail this.
After some
thank God.
deliberation, you sink the cutters into the knot tying the belt together. You squeeze the rubber handles together, sweat forming on your brow. Snap. The knot is slashed. Another cut and the belt falls apart like a flower bouquet, revealing the dead man's neck and the dark red ligature mark around it.
The rope rises to a point, leaving a gap in the ligature mark. The suspension point is in the back of the neck.
As it ought to. This is where its grip on the curdled meat is gentlest, pulling up.
99% chance flashbacks.
Hemorrhaging is observed on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. The mark is well pronounced, consistent with a drop from 1 or 1.5 meters. Chest is intact, normal contour. Abdomen is protuberant, pelvis intact, genitalia...
No! It's gonna happen, see!
I fucking knew it!
Genitalia is male and unremarkable. No evidence of injury.
Inspect them? No, we don't need to do that.
Back is symmetrical and intact. Upper and lower extremities are intact, but asymmetrical. There are combat injuries on the right hand, thigh, and hip.
Bullets have bitten little pieces out of him. It must have been excruciating, especially the hip. Before you is a temple of pain that knew little tenderness in life.
In addition, I see smaller, residual scars, too numerous to count, covering about 30% of his skin. We have a real museum here. Of battles, wars. Last item, hands.
Let the lieutenant work alone.
Hands are clean. No sign of a recent struggle. Maybe I'm just not seeing them. Honestly, this stench is making it hard for me to think at the moment. Ooh. That's all for the external. Well done. What next? Central nervous system. I have nothing. Do you have anything on this man's central nervous system?
You don't even have a joke.
Musculoskeletal. Purge fluid is coming from the mouth. Not injury related. Eyes and tongue protuberant. Hyoid bone. Let's see.
With his eyes almost closed, the lieutenant puts his hand on the dead man's throat and begins to massage it gently. A rotting smell erupts from the mouth. Purge fluid runs down his lips, black and viscous. You hear cracks as the lieutenant moves his sharp fingers inside the flesh, like the creaking of an old house at night.
Nasty.
Yeah, jack that fucker off!
The hyoid bone is fractured. The rest of the musculoskeletal system is intact. Unremarkable. Respiratory system.
He's really doing it. The dead man's teeth cut into his gloved hands.
Oral cavity shows no lesions. The victim has received dental implants, possibly after a combat wound. Mouth swollen. Hemorrhaging present in mucosa of the lips and mouth.
Let's look inside.
No scream. No sigh of relief rises from the darkness inside. It's humid there. Sickly sweet air, unlike anything living. You feel like you're about to throw up again, straight in that mouth of his.
Ooh.
No, you don't. You can keep it in. You can keep anything in. You manage to suppress the contractions trying to enter your stomach. All it takes is concentration. Through it, you see nothing but darkness. More meat and darkness.
Hemorrhaging present in mucus. Hepatobiliary, NA.
Why, don't we have anything? I don't know what that is, but...
Are you a hepatobiliary expert?
I don't think so.
Neither am I.
And that's it?
That's it. Same for toxicology and serology, NA. Unless you have untapped reservoirs of knowledge there.
The completionist in me wonders if there's something we could still do.
Like a toxicology screening? At this stage, I doubt processing will find anything, even if he was brimming with cocaine. But still, you should add a request.
Brimming with cocaine.
Cardiovascular. The body exhibits heavy lividity. Blood has gathered in the hands, feet, and neck. Hypostasis is visually consistent with the hanging. Gastrointestinal. Digested semi-solid food in stomach. Voila.
Write it down, admit the voila. Write it down, keep the voila.
What's next on the list? Let's see. We have bite marks, contusions on the head and chest, and a ligature mark encircling the neck. You'll need 3 fields. Leave a 4th one too. Head, chest, and scalp bite mark injuries. Predation by birds has caused damage to the body. Odontologist does not need to be consulted. And your opinion, officer?
A, opinion, fatal injury. B, non-fatal.
Agreed. Next injury? So, the scalp bleeds from a post-mortem head injury, a stone. The injury does not have the rim of an early inflammatory response. The perpetrator on the scene has confessed to causing its post-mortem.
At maximum velocity, fucko!
Has confessed to causing it at maximum velocity.
Coagulated blood sticks to his scalp and chest, where the countless stones have hit the dead man. Beneath the description of injury, 2 boxes.
Right. Next.
What's the 4th field for?
Nothing. Just in case.
Okay.
A dark red abraded ligature mark encircling the neck, with a gap on the nape measuring, let's say, 7 centimeters. The hyoid bone is fractured, the cervical column intact. I see hemorrhaging on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. Depth of the mark, 1 centimeter. No signs of clawing on the neck.
Below the note, 2 customary boxes wait to be ticked. The man's head jerks to the side. The ring around his neck is visible. What was that about no clawing around the neck? You'd be clawing for your life.
Yeah.
A column of cold air encircles you, rising slowly upward in the shape of a courtyard, bordered by cracked plaster, windows, seagulls perched on air conditioning units. A small green enclosure in the middle of a corral of tenements, Cape-side apartments, whirling in rags, and the fortress wall of Terminal B. Above it, a thin blanket of coastal stratus clouds. Higher yet, coalition airships guard over the 21 cordons of the zone of control. The air is crisscrossed with radio transmissions. The hair on your neck rises.
You are.
Oh,
Why do you say that?
I did get shivers. I'm serious, I don't think this was the injury that killed him.
Okay. Why don't you think it was fatal? Honestly, I'm not sure there weren't marks on his wrists. That part got blurry for me. The stench. But you are right. There should be signs of struggle. Let's leave the cause of death empty for the time being. Let's wrap this up. I pronounce this field autopsy over. It was an irregular field autopsy. We did not establish cause of death, which is supposed to be the goal of an autopsy. But personally, I do not see this as a parameter for success. We also requested a toxicological screening. That was thorough. The results should arrive in a couple of weeks, if we are lucky. I will not hold my breath. Then, given the state of decay here, I consider establishing the victim's ethnicity a minor success. We were thorough with the list of injuries too. We described them all in detail. What is there to say? Given the circumstances...
Ah, it's professional! Look at that.
Field autopsy.
Oh yeah, well done, Master Detective. Maybe a drink is in order?
Now, you see, that worries me. You will die if you drink. You know that, don't you? You are proving a useful detective. The organization...
I will die if I drink, oh god.
I need a copy of that autopsy form. Then I will drive him to Faubourg for processing.
You tilt your head, also looking at the corpse.
Tell me something.
Shoot, Looney Rooney.
No.
Come back later, Corporal. Amuse
Perception?
yourself
Can we
with
bump
my
that up?
manners and my memento mori features. If possible, also see me in your dreams.
Let's do this one more time.
You run your hands over the victim's cold body, his limbs, his torso with its swollen organs. Maybe you should be more thorough. His fingernails have turned dark.
Do you think we missed something? Okay, well, we are in livor mortis here. He's disintegrating. We need to refrigerate the body. Hey, wasn't there a giant ice bear sarcophagus below the...
Why, yes, there was. It was massive. Red.
Now, detective, I've rarely been disappointed by the size of a giant ice bear fridge, but I think we should still take a look at it first. Let's move. With every hour, whatever we are looking for in the deceased...
No, we'll talk to Colonel after. Off we. Can I get in? Thank you.
The bear's eyes are dead and empty. Ice inside the fridge, slowly melting.
It's certainly an eccentric choice, but it's more than big enough and cold enough. Honestly, it's perfect. All we have to do is plug the fridge back in.
Alright, where was the power again? I think it was over here.
Both cables are unplugged from the breaker box. A giant electric mammal awakens.
Great. The owners of this building will just have...
Yeah, they'll have to keep paying for it. Alright, I would like... Okay, there we go. Grab the body. And we'll talk to Kuno, I guess.
The man is decomposing visibly now. The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
If you think so, officer, I need a little help for carrying him to the holding pen of my kinema. I'll take it from
I thought
there.
we were gonna put him in the...
There go those beautiful enamel boots. You will never... Oh well, in another lifetime.
Oh, shit.
Continue working here. The locals, the case, or attend to your own business.
This means Lieutenant Kitsuragi will leave the party until tomorrow morning. You're free to do side tasks and even the main case. If you have nothing to do, read books or sit on the bench on the plaza.
Man. I thought... Oh. Can we quit? Quick save? No. That... No, it's gone. I fucked up. Alright. Let's just go get our hotel book. I fucked up. I thought we turned it on.
Can I help you? Got the 20 real?
Yeah, this giant novelty check.
You must be kidding, right? Yeah, good one, officer. Real funny. But this establishment only takes cash. Now, do you have that cash, Mr. Novelty Check Man? You must be... But this establishment only takes cash. Then why are you wasting my...
What? Well, we do have to turn in some of these bottles.
The tear machine stands. Your bottles clunk in.
Is this about the questions again? Wow. I didn't know you worked for the union, sir. Anything else I can...
Blow the whole thing on speed and gin right now. Speed and gin. Great combo. Ask some local dealers.
And if I do that, we'll die. Let me see. Let's talk to Kuno.
You missed a good show before. A kid came by and completely fucked the tree to pieces.
He fucked the tree up! Fucked it good! It was porno!
By the way, kipped is a racial slur.
Stop using the K word, it belongs to the past. They'll tell me to fuck off. This one, do it? Which one? One or two? Two? Yeah, okay.
Stop choking, Kuno! The faggot has got you in a chokehold!
Fuck. Kuno's not fucking choking.
Choked you out there. Serves you right.
Like fuck you did. Kuno's gonna keep saying kipped forever now. Kipped. Shit. The fuck did you want anyway? You got your fuck back down. Now let's talk normal shit.
Oh, you want a normal conversation, huh?
Yes. Kuno wants a normal conversation. Ask normal shit, please. Yeah? The kingdom of Kuno. Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit. Kuno.
Alright, but Kuno. What do you want? Come on. I swear to God. Come on.
Kuno, the pig's getting pretty close to me. Come to snuff my shit out, I think. Looks like it's time for me to go, Kuno. Pig's come to take me in.
She means it. The fear is real.
I'm going away for a long, long time, Kuno. Going away for life.
What's going on there? Fuck are you trying to pull, pig?
I come from the woods, good David. You don't want to go there with me. You don't want to see what I've seen.
Don't be traumatizing her. Get the fuck out of here.
Okay. Fine. Alright, what do we want to do? Oop. That's on Wednesday. That's tomorrow. Alright, let's go pay for our room, I guess. Otherwise it's gonna be locked. These kids are something? They sure are.
help you?
Got the 20 real? Good. You got the room for the night, but remember...
How could anyone forget, asshole?
Thanks. Okay, let's go over here. What is up with the borscht?
The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod, acknowledging your presence. He looks up at you, then looks away. Shrugging is an international sign for, no, I don't know what's behind that door. The mention of mañana gets his attention. He smiles and delivers a whole slew of unfamiliar words and lively gestures. Then he falls silent again. The man says a couple of sentences in that strange language of his and then seems to wait for you to speak.
Yes?
Boss need more vodka?
Of course, vodka. Now that makes a very, very special borscht indeed. Turning it up seems like a dangerous idea. Honestly, the place is a powder keg. The cook gives you a long, disappointed look, then turns the stove off and seems to wait for you to speak.
Forfeited? But I plugged it in. Alright, I kind of want to go ask about the gun. Since we got a little bit of time. I also don't know where...
Went native on the chief, huh? Those ballerina antics were reckless. Should have just punched him in the throat again.
I tried that, it didn't work.
You did the right thing with Measurehead. The ballerina antics won you the fight.
Let's talk about our right to work. When a bunch of ungrateful, lazy cockroaches can't get their act together, decide to block honest work for other people. Beats me. They mumble nonsense about boardrooms and workers' rights, while we have the right to work!
When the man moves around, you perceive some serious abs underneath his tight-fitting shirt. This man is in shape. There's something odd in the way he carries himself. His set of clothing looks vaguely mismatched. The different pieces of the attire seem ill-fitting. His shirt is far too small and an unpleasantly tight fit, while the overalls, held up by a belt, seem to fit a man with much more corpulence. He ignores your question, choosing instead to turn to the emaciated workers, raising
he's a
both
plant.
fists in the air. The clothes are obviously not his.
Honest men and women with rights to work, to be useful, not toys for corporate interests. We came here to help the harbor run smoothly in time of crisis. If union fucks don't want work, they ought to let in those who do want work.
Alrighty. Let's ask about my gun. I'm not a cog in the machine. I'm just gonna lie. Nice idea to being another cog in the machine. That's true. That's true. Hi, Rhea. I fucked up. I turned on the bear fridge and then I had the body shipped off. I'm not gonna get those boots. Yeah. Anyways, tell me about my gun.
Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always. You don't... Yes, your lost gun. My best men are on it. They're turning every stone, searching every playground, asking kids, grandmas, everyone. Your gun will be found, Harry. Let me assure you of that. It's just a matter of time and effort.
Okay. I'll pause for ads. I'm gonna go get more water. Okay. 17 seconds.
The only way to find it seems to be working with him. He might even be holding your gun hostage.
Welcome back. Alright, let's see.
Thing is certain. If you work with him, you're going to get it back. And working with him might be the only way to do it.
Yes. Thank you for the hot tip regarding your lost gun, Harry. My men have indeed factored in that you pawned it. Now please, let the professionals do their job. Kick back, Harry, relax. I have great guys on this. You focus on what's important. Building our relationship for the good of Martinez. Damn it, Harry. That's exactly what it means.
Thanks.
I don't know what that means, Harry, but I love it. I love your initiative. Knowing you're out there keeping things running lets me focus on the big picture stuff. Don't even tell me what was going on. Alcoholic brew, stronger, stopped it, strike. I'm just gonna let you surprise me, Harry.
Alright.
Let's hear it, Harry.
No, we've talked about
Of
that.
course,
I'm not gonna
Harry,
talk to him
of
about
course.
drugs without
See you
him around. That seems like a bad idea. I don't know who that is. I should know who that is, but I don't know who that is.
Oh, hey, mister. I knew you'd be back to talk with old Leo here. Yes, I did.
Banana?
Sure, mister. Absolutely. I'm...
This one. Oh! Near the gate where the strikers are. Okay. Let's see if we can convince this thing to open.
You're back before the cargo container. Its draw has not lessened since you were last here. If anything, it seems to have grown slightly. The container door appears unmoved by your attempt at flattery. The door does not respond to your advances. Is it possible that it seems somehow more closed than before?
New rhetoric, okay. Do I have anything for that? Oh, well, that's not helping. I don't have it on, so I guess that's...
You're back before the cargo container. Its draw has not lessened since...
I could level up. Well, we can leave it for now. Let me go down. Guy in the stairwell. This guy?
So, how'd you like our harbor?
Nice
It's
enough.
but a rest area on the path leading across open plains. Right. You talk to the boss eye to eye, like men of the plain. If you the mercenary, eh? Who could have killed him? That's indeed the question. Why even do such a thing? What a thought! Why would noble workers resort to such a thing?
Pushed.
Unless they were pushed, of course. Your dead guy was an enemy combatant. He was an agent of the opposition, attempting to undermine our honorable efforts. I ain't the murdering type, but that's just me. Large organizations like our union have all sorts of men, with all sorts of skills.
He means a more violent faction could easily take care of such a thing.
No problem. I wish the best to you in your search. Sure, I'm glad it's not my search. A key, huh? What door is this key supposed to open? Oh, say no more. I got you. I got that key right here. And let me tell you, it's mighty good of you to help us out during the strike. Working class solidarity, as they say.
I'm a hustle grinder.
Polar weasel? Oh, I know what you mean. I'm pretty sure he's actually Occidental, though. So you're gonna be committing fratricide, my racist friend.
Oops.
What you're looking for is a basement door behind the greenhouse. That's behind the whirling in rags. That's all I know. Our organization is what the janitor gave it to me. Nice fella. We talked about life and things that really, truly matter. None of this mess we're in. This jiving and juggling. What's it for? To feed our children, I guess. I'm more of a philosophical dock worker. I like to talk about the big picture stuff.
I'm racist.
Who
No!
Who you are, what we are fighting for.
Ask him about the Hardy Boys.
Los Ardis? They're an independent militant group. A bit too high-strung, but it comes with the responsibility. They're sort of like you. Preserve the rule of law and all that. Except it's Everard's law. But really, they're just like you. We're negotiating our share. Aye. This stuff, they already covered.
I'm not locked into anything.
Never grateful. Were we ever grateful, we'd have nothing. You fight for every piece. All of it. However, right now we want all the harbor workers to be on the company's board, so they could take part in the decision-making process.
Are you a ... communist?
I think it's best you make up your own mind now that you've met him. In my eyes, he is a capable organizer and a decent businessman. I guess you kind of get to be the village chief. He oversees the harbor, makes deals with the owners or other relevant parties, watches out for his own. By heavens, why would he not be corrupt? We live in a harsh and disordered world, see? And in this world, the old man is corrupt for our benefit, and we know it. Appreciate it even. He is, personally, not too lavish. He is reasonably lavish, sure. That's his prerogative. It's not like you want a saintly demeanor on a corrupt motherfucker. That would be a manipulative illusion.
At least he's openly corrupt.
Besides, there are no non-corrupt systems in the world anyway. And moralism is the most corrupt of them all.
Are you a ... communist?
I don't think I'm a communist. Seeing something of value and saying I want it all to myself is a much older and simpler notion. No science to it at all. Even a weak child can think it. The only things holding someone back are I can't and I shouldn't. I have nothing against communists. They are honorable boyaderos. They have good analysis. But my own code serves me well. If my code starts failing, a code can fail a man as well as a man can fail a code, then I will have to submit to a new one, which may well be communism.
Anarchist.
He knows who he is. Firmly grounded. Has no need to reinforce or elaborate his political identity to himself or others.
See, I am primarily a lazy person.
An anthem.
Sure, I've had the necessary free time. Fortunately, there's always time.
The look in his brown eyes conjures up an understanding. For him, having command of his time is the most important thing. It all comes together now. The way he speaks about scabs, his general attitude. He's a follower of a 500-year-old Franco-Nigerian boyadero.
Those are words.
Itself an appropriation of Vespertine cool. That of a noble peasant or a traveling herdsman. True to yourself, independent in your actions, loyal to your friends.
It's not disco. Maybe I am a boy. What? Okay.
No.
Unless.
No. The man sits on the railing, his hands reaching far and wide.
We're negotiating. Aye.
Okay.
The man whispers.
Aye. All of it. However, right now we want all the sure thing.
Oh, okay. All right, let me go down. Let me go down. I have to get the stupid mouse out for this. Okay. Is that to be a breaking? Should I open the door? I kind of want to open it to go in. We put the mailbox.
The dented yellow mailbox. The box seems happy.
Maybe I'll go turn off the this again.
Only the red cable is plugged into the breaker box. An electric sizzle.
I think I need a better...
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an...
Oh, what's that? Oh no. There's something down there. Okay. Thanks, it's helpful. Thank you. I want to go in just to see.
This must be it. The basement door is weather-worn. The copper nails holding the upholstery in place have turned green from sea air, and there's a knocker shaped like a lion's head. The leather upholstery is worn and rough against your jaw. In fact, it's oddly silent in the yard around you. You knock silently. The upholstery muffles the sound. No response comes from the apartment. You try to be as silent as you can. Finally, the door unlocks. The sound of the key turning still echoes in. Good job. Let's go now. As you hold the open door,
Let's go in.
A row of mugs sits on the shelf. Each one depicts a human figure. A dark-skinned woman grinning amidst mysterious symbols. A broad-shouldered man shoveling potatoes, and others a little ring. Though cheerful, the images on the ceramic make you vaguely uncomfortable. Yes, your broken mug friend would feel very much at home here. The same humor, the same mocking lines. An interesting little clue. Let's see where this goes. Clues have a way of magically connecting to other clues down the road. Perhaps you should break into apartments more often. Who knows? Could be. But this clothes in a trash lead doesn't really seem like it's going anywhere. Still.
Kim? He's taking the body to the morgue or whatever.
This is the flag of Revachol, the suzerainty. This isn't just one sun, but there are little suns dancing around the big sun. This is the sevenfold sun miracle. It's an optical atmospheric anomaly the first settlers saw. Happens in cold weather. 6 small suns around the big one. This complex halo phenomena is how old Revachol got its flag. The flag doesn't seem to mind. It's just a colorful fabric with a sun sewn onto it. Like all feudal flags, it looks like a children's drawing.
Anything else to look at? Oh, okay. Oh. Get here. Logic, good with numbers. Okay. Let him know we unlocked the door. Yeah, we can do that later. Well, actually, we have to... Fine. We can go through this door now, right? Yeah.
Give me a moment.
Yeah, because we have to wait until after 7 p.m. Oop. That's not where I wanted to go. Well, shit, I'll go back to see him with Kim. Because they'll probably get right into talking about shit with us. Is this the first time I've been without Kim on your team? Yeah, other than,
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent, old cobalt, the door, the challenge.
Other than, like, the night before.
The steel doesn't even tremble. Now you're hanging from the handle. Okay, it was a challenge, and you failed. What now, loser?
I mean, I guess my morale can go. I guess that's fine.
The door is closed. This door can open as you hold the metal. You sense the warmth left there by her hand.
Well, this is our room. I don't think I can try this one again.
hangs on the bathroom wall. It's barely covered in steam anymore. It's your face in the mirror, adorned with the expression.
Well, we could,
hangs on the bathroom wall. It's barely covered in steam anymore. It's your face in the mirror, adorned with the expression. Still not happening. It won't come off that easy.
Oh, does it get harder every time? Well. Talk with Joyce without Kim. Oh, okay, we can go do that. I wanna go to the apartments after and talk to that guy from earlier. Oh yeah, doesn't she need to teach me about the world or something?
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? More lessons in basic reality? My favorite part of the day. Go ahead, ask me anything.
Is she surprised? Okay.
These are unimportant times, Detective. You and I were born after the dust had settled. 1,000th of a second too late. For the big time.
The smile of a predator. No doubt what she's got in mind.
What's the big time?
The revolution. It's quite easy. Every 100 years or so, our species gets together to decide what's next, who gets shot in the head, and who gets the mineral rights. It's a real kerfuffle.
Is it now?
Why, of course. We're talking Duke out Central. Full swing intraspecies warfare. No, I would say the apes were neutral.
Mm-hmm.
On the other hand...
The apes will never change. They are all evil. End of discussion.
Those would be the communists. Generally speaking, 40 million people got shot in the head during the World Revolution.
That's one way to put it.
But the communists, they all got shot in the head. Oh, and the anarchists too. They shot them well. So well, one forgets they even existed. Did they ever? Before they got shot themselves, they shot 2 million people. Yes, the Insulindian deluge, they call it. Oh, lots of people. Even the king got shot in the head, or thrown beneath a horse.
Can you imagine recording this?
Accounts differ. It was unceremonious. Just as well, he wasn't actually the king. Just the king's nephew. The real king abdicated and lived out a long and productive life as a venture capitalist in Grad.
Smart
yes.
king.
King Guillaume had a nose for bad PR. He ran before it. What is the expression? Went down? Anyway, Gil got out alive and his nephew Frisell got shot in his place. Him and tens of thousands of his wonderfully fascist kingsmen. It was a wild time. The liberals got the mineral rights. And by mineral rights, I mean everything. Liberals are usually middle-class people, Detective, or the remaining gentry, the beneficiaries of the pre-revolutionary arrangement. Some were rich enough to stay with the Constitution, with monarchy. Big mistake. Others bet on the revolution. They were called the ultras, or ultra-liberals. They fared well. They didn't win so much as survive. We were the last ones standing when the war ended. Everyone else got shot in the head, remember? To foreign intervention, the coalition. Those people really took the mineral rights. The liberals took everything that wasn't nailed to the ground. The coalition took the ground. The ocean, the laws, and the people. The coalition of nations. Grad, Mesk, Vesper, Messina, Oranje, and Sur-le-Clay, the armed center of the world. They landed here and ended the revolution. It was the moralist thing to do. The moralists believe in keeping everything exactly the way it is. They believe in mineral rights and not shooting people in the head.
Okay.
At least not in the same manner and volume as the others do. They are the long-standing provisional rulers of Revachol now, the coalition government.
The rulers of Revachol, and also the world. These guys are strong.
Thanks.
This is their zone of control. They embolden the RCM with crumbs of the same law they took. Technically speaking, you are a moralist.
If I'm always picking the option that doesn't commit to anything, then hell yes I am, and also not.
An almost endearingly moralist standpoint. It must be hard to take a moderate approach to head shooting in your line of work.
Alright.
The turn of the century revolution? Don't answer it. It's a trick question. The revolution began in 02 on the Isla of Grad, though by the end nearly
I'm
the
just
whole
picking
world
funny
got
options now.
involved. It wasn't a who, but a what. A pandemic of Sarat, a particularly virulent prion disease, which the authorities in Grad proved unable to contain. Then Mazov came along and overthrew the government. It made people overthrow their governments.
Wow, really?
Of course not. It was a highly infectious microorganism that destroyed brain tissue. The actual causes of the revolution were material. The pandemic only provided the spark.
This sounds oddly familiar.
From Revachol and Grad? Not far. The world managed to cauterize itself. Mazov's government was overthrown in 08, and the coalition crushed the Revachol commune 2 years later. It was the end. Why? You and I, officer. Our lives in the zone of control. A city-state divided into free market zones under the everlasting interregnum of the Coalition of Nations. And you, of course, the citizens' militia. The zone of control is the third incarnation of Revachol, after the failure of the suzerain and the commune. Modernity. They developed the marvels of the inter-easlary communication. Telematic milieus, radiation, colored plastics. Meanwhile, in Revachol West, the aftermath continues for the 5th decade. 43 years. Hard to fathom, I know. The 20s saw a decade of urban war, west of the river leveled, offshore platforms in flames. Still, it's regarded as an improvement on what
The
came
iconic
before.
duo,
08
yeah.
to 19 was simply hell. The 30s? Things settled down in the 30s. Revachol East transformed itself into the world's largest tax haven, with the international community's blessing. For the first time in a long time, it seemed like things were going somewhere. No. It was a market mirage fueled by cocaine and quantitative easing. The 40s dispelled it like a cold splash. An Isla-wide hangover, you might say. And here we are. Welcome to reality, baby.
New skill point there.
Good question. What would you have done differently?
Your jaw clenches. Give the lady a taste of your wisdom.
Uh-oh.
And I asked you. Past less to...
Here's some wisdom, lady. Say the death thing.
The death thing? No. Why would we say the death thing?
And you would have died, most likely. Not far from here. Maybe even right here, during the beachhead, defending the coast the day the Coalition took the city.
The cold runs down your spine. She gestures toward the waters. The wind stops. There is silence on the dark water of the Martinez Inlet. A dog barks. A gunshot echoes off the walls of some distant building.
No, almost certainly. The commune would have forced you. Such was the fate of the undecided. They are what they are. Who knows? An afterbloom may yet come. Anyway, enough sentimentality. Is there anything else you want to know? It's a neurological disorder caused by a lack of vitamin B in the brain. Symptoms include retrograde amnesia. It's quite serious. You should get yourself checked out. Well, it's either bariatric surgery or long-term alcohol use.
Definitely the drinking.
She nods slowly. What this boils down to is this reality thing is stupid. Blow this joint. Grab a bottle and drain that shit right down your throat. She stares at you, head tilted to the side, with a slightly concerned look on her face.
I am the vilest of the vile. A traitor, a devourer of nations and infants. I am an ultra.
I've forgotten what that means.
She raises the corner of her mouth, smirking. It's sharp.
A liberal. Oh, I'm gonna pick it just because it's making me laugh.
Yes. I am the nether creature of the Forbidden Swamp. I pushed the king under a shit wagon and betrayed the revolution. My kind surrendered the nation to financial colonists. Perhaps you thought we'd gone extinct. After all, no sane person identifies as an ultra anymore. Not in broad daylight. Tell me, now that I've uncoiled myself, are you repulsed?
In her green eyes, you see a mixture of truth and self-satire. Decades of guilt and pride. Forgive her. But only because you like pearlescent teeth and those light green eyes.
Okay, I'll do what the suggestion says.
A devil, who being of great charm and guile, sneaketh into the homes of the godly.
Beneath her waterproof raincoat and silk shirt is a body imbibed in numb 12 perfume. You are suddenly and intimately aware of it.
What? No, I'm not picking that. Oh my god.
I'm afraid you'll find that every woman is a devil woman detective. There are only aesthetic differences between one and the other. When the dust settled, the Liberals were the only ones left to clean up the mess. By virtue of their survival, they were handed enormous power to shape the future. This was all our last generation managed. With due respect to our overlords, the eternal caretaker government that keeps Martinez a monument to the efficacy of its artillery.
While a gentle wind sweeps the streets in the rebuilt east, light drizzle washing it clean, lights go up and motor carriages circulate the tracks.
I would not have relinquished sovereignty to the coalition. Not here in Martinez, and not in the Stella Maris or Delta Beachheads either. If not for my own sake.
She realizes her small, cold fists are clenched. She loosens them.
Then for my daughters. We had an obligation to defend our sovereignty. We should have burned the whole Isola down rather than let them have it. Perhaps my intellectual vanity will be my undoing. Yes, I suppose I am. But I wouldn't be a patriot anywhere but here. Yes. Whatever else I am, I'm also a mother and a wife. Now, shall we return to reality? A bird? A sphenicid? A flightless bird of the polar regions? Of course you're not, my dear. I'm just terrible at guessing games. Ah! This is the pier of Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33A, where the tenants have been kind enough to rent me a slot. Or two. A pre-revolutionary tenement. Old buildings are called tenements, you see. And new buildings, bâtiments. After les bâtiments nouveaux. But 33A and 33B are not nouveaux. They're old. This one used to be 8 to 10 stories tall, a real high-rise by the standards of the last century. Built to mirror the skyscrapers across the bay in the Delta. That was before the war, of course. Mostly the urban middle class, I believe. This was once primo real estate, before the cannons lopped 4 or 5 stories off.
Ooh.
Splat, splat.
You could be wrong. But from here it appears as if she's running the brush across her throat in a soaring motion.
Wonderful. The girl in the old lady rags. Looks like a sullen and rebellious member of a teen infraculture. Yes, you and I belong to the supraculture. We're common, the herd. The music on the radio, the food in the chain restaurant, those are all too popular for the girl in the old lady rags. She prefers a fantasy world, an infraculture with its own dress code and vernacular. It is an illusion, I'm afraid. There is no refuge from the supraculture.
Okay, now explain the same thing with Twitchon.
I can't. That's how simple it is. One may dye their hair green and wear their grandma's coat all they want. Capital has the ability to subsume all critiques into itself. Even those who would critique capital end up reinforcing it instead. All right, what next?
Conceptualization.
Glad to have been of assistance. The little that I know.
Was it?
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? More lessons in basic reality? my favorite part of the day.
Okay.
Go ahead, ask me anything.
83% chance.
What is
Nice.
all of this? The scent, the sound, the air.
What world? The only one, I suppose. The world of matter. And its pale antipode.
The camera of her mind glides over the surface of the water.
Great bodies of water. Forest-covered surfaces. Clusters of light where the cities lie. You've seen the montage. We all have. This world is enough. There is a term of endearment they coined for it in the DeLorean century, when humanity was high on this world, discovering more and more of it, these archipelagos included. Elysium. Not in this case, no. That sounds more like something the Mesk petro-fascists might say.
Big words.
It isn't enough to call us animals. Even animals aren't animals. They're like you and I suppose. Living organisms don't identify with abstractions. Elysium is for particular beings. It does. There are those who would call it hell. A term of hatred that
Title drop,
originates
yeah.
from many such things with the Mesk petro-fascists. Oh, you want a picture of the world? Great things are difficult to achieve. For now, we're viewing the world from the inside, sideways. That's looking less and less likely, Detective. You wouldn't know it from the tabloids, but the ORG nations have been launching weather balloons into the lower ionosphere since the 30s.
ORG, Occident Revichograd.
There's a steadily increasing trickle of images. Between the big three, they're piecing together a dark grey corona. Yes. Pale covers 72% of the surface. There are grey flares and prominences, even arcs above entire isolas. The images are blurry, but if there was a sphere in there, it certainly looks like it fractured a long time ago.
A cold fear seeps into you.
You seem to be spooked. Please don't. They say there is a rarefied envelope of matter surrounding the darkened disk of our planet.
Disk?
That is, if we are still living on a planet. Or, to speak more plainly, imagine vast swathes of land disrupted by nothingness. I am sorry, dear. It must sound quite terrifying through the acute encephalopathy. Even scientific positivism isn't entirely convinced about what we're dealing with here. But this is one of the greatest questions of our time. Maybe when they get the complete set together, it will jolt us out of our rut, bring us together, however naive it may sound. You have misimagined it. I don't have the power to convey to you the effect and geometry of the images that depict our world from below low orbit. It's like the crowning of the world. It's insane. Very disco. I love it.
Well, if you say it's disco.
See? Everyone finds something worth holding on to in this world, however wasted its opportunities.
The cold seeps into you. The air is heavy with 80% humidity. Suddenly, you're conscious of yourself standing there on whatever this all is. Your arms hang down by your sides.
The Pale is not, technically speaking, part of reality.
Okay.
It is the opposite of reality. Okay. The Pale is the most dominant geological feature of the world, Detective. The separative tissue between the islas. It is the interinsulary mass. Isla is a Messinian word for a continent of matter, enveloped on all sides by the Pale. Also, isolation, or landmass. We used to believe there was only one. In the last 4 centuries, we have discovered 7. Windy, Seol, Samara, Ilmara, Grad, Katla, and this, Insulinde. An oceanic isla. It comprises mostly of water. Moindi is the largest, Katla the coldest, Insulinde the bluest. What can I say? Each is perishing and dear. Achromatic, odorless, featureless. The Pale is the enemy of matter and life. It is not like any other, or anything in the world. It is the transition state of being into nothingness. No, detective. We're safe. It begins there, 6,000 kilometers to the north, and even more to the south, east, and west. You are in the middle of the Isla. An uproar of matter, darling. Rising into the Pale. Rolling. Evaporating even. A great vision. The area of transition between the world and the Pale is called Porch Collapse. Imagine a grey coronal mist. Cold vapor marked by spores of an opportunistic microorganism. A mold that's adapted to grow at the edge of the unrest. The most disco thing you will ever see.
You hear your pulse rise. The air feels caustic and cold suddenly.
It's difficult to describe, or even measure. Something whose fundamental property is the suspension of properties. Physical, epistemological, linguistic. The further into Pale you travel, the steeper the degree of suspension, right down to the mathematical. Numbers stop working. No one has yet passed the number barrier. It may be impossible. Oh, it is so difficult for us.
A squall of birds. Hardware operating in the harbor. Firm. Self-evident.
It is possible to force dimensions on the Pale. In modern times, we can even compress its latitude, bouncing radio waves from one end to the other, shortening the path. But it is still hard for humans to navigate the Pale without getting lost, or having our minds damaged extensively. Some say the damage stems from extreme sensory deprivation. Others argue that Pale somehow consists of past information that's degrading, that it's rarefied past, not rarefied matter. They call it the blend over of the self. The Pale does not only suspend the laws of physics, but also the laws of psychology, maybe history even. It feels terrible. Absolutely terrible. International standards strictly limit civilian travelers to 6 days of Pale exposure per year.
It's more for her. Way more.
No, nameless detective of the Citizens Militia. I am a member of the Entreprenetic Business Class. I'm cleared and trained for 22 days of Pale transit annually.
Someone else you've met may have been exposed as well. The strange grey-haired woman in her lorry.
Yes, carried in the hulls of airships. It's a horrific job. Automation will abolish it soon.
You should ask the Pale driver about this. See what she says.
Up to my gills, officer.
Oh, okay.
Entreprenetics is the scientific study of the Pale, or a recent iteration of it by way of grad. The study of the Pale reaches back 6,000 years. The Pericarnassians called it the Western Plain. There are signs of pre-modern crossings. Successful navigation of the Pale relies not just on technical know-how, but intensive psychological preparation. Some of these tactics have been known for thousands of years. Nothing. We remain powerless before the Pale. The only real advance in Pale transit is the speed with which an aerostatic craft can pierce it. Less exposure leads to less effects later. Hybrid airships, detective. Conventional rotors or jet engines no longer add velocity after the point of reference for motion is suspended.
This is a lot.
Once you've crossed from near Pale to far Pale. In essence, we throw them in and they come out the other end. If we throw them precisely, then they don't. The Pale outweighs reality 2 to 1. There is more Pale than there is matter, and the ratio is slipping. What do you think, Detective? Precisely. One of the few measurable effects of the Pale is that it is expanding at an unknown rate. An intuitive conclusion of that development is that one day the Pale will cover everything. But this sort of talk is mostly left to extremists. Most people, and indeed most private and government sector organizations, entire civilizations and religions even, find handy ways to ignore or downplay that knowledge. I suggest you do the same. It doesn't look like you're doing the same. The suggestion was meant in earnest, Detective. Live life. Yes, sweet reality. But before we do, tell me, Detective, is this the first time you're hearing this? Do you really not remember anything? Then tell me, what do you think of the Pale?
Ruthless communist. I mean, it's a thing, so I don't think we can stop it. Politics.
You really didn't know. This does not spell good for the investigation, Detective. If you don't know even this, then... Steel yourself, officer. Your colleague, Lieutenant Kitsuragi, he is competent. I checked up on him. And you also have me. I will try to assist you in any way I can.
She feels less slimy than...
Some of that assurance is meant for herself, as much as it's meant for you. She must have a lot on the line here.
Even if we have to do it one basic term at a time.
Alright.
Glad to have been of assistance.
So we will talk to her about stuff when...
What's this? We're getting reports of normal, reasonable, temperate political opinions somewhere in Martinez.
This is because I keep saying none of the above political stuff, isn't it?
It's also about that, but it's also more. Perhaps it's the hangover. Perhaps it's a temporary surge of serotonin. But something tells you it's time to become a citizen of the Kingdom of Conscience.
What?
It is not a place. It is a moment in time that can only arise in the right circumstances, in all incrementally. Yawn, you'd get there faster with a little speed. History's greatest catastrophes have been brought about by people trying to make the world a better place. Too quickly. That's the genius of Dolores Day. She recognized that progress is meaningless if its gains are lost because of instability. Real, lasting change can only come about gradually. Increment by increment. Tisk tisk. Just because you live in the present doesn't mean you have the right to place your needs above the needs of the future. You may never live to see the Kingdom of Conscience. Your children may not. Even your grandchildren might not. But that's no excuse not to keep working. What sang-froid? What a fucking joke. Do you believe the status quo is preferable to chaos and bloodshed? Then you've never lived through real chaos. Sometimes, in the face of great disaster, defending the status quo is progress.
Okay.
The kingdom is difficult to comprehend and even more difficult to describe. Partly because humanity will need to discard many of the categories that define and limit it today. The kingdom of conscience is post-capitalist, post-national. It's also post-industrial,
Post everything.
and even post-sexual.
I don't understand a single word that it just said. I've got odds. I don't know which one to pick. We wait for odds. My head just hurts. They use big words. I don't know what any of it means. Like, man. Just be more upfront. It's a lot, yeah. I don't even know what this stupid thing is asking me. I might just pick opt out because there's 2 opt out options. Not the brain things, yeah. 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 I feel like it can be simplified. Well, I guess that's how it is all the time. Everything can be simplified. The pale thing is interesting. It's like, you have continents and they're separated by pale instead of like ocean. And traveling through the pale, like, hurts you. And that you just kind of slingshot yourself across because nothing works. And you pray that you slingshotted yourself in the right direction. Because if you didn't, you just die. Like a man. Hi, Holly. At least I think that's how it works. The world is a series of servers, I guess. Hi, Holly. Like Silent Hill Fog and a bunch of islands, yeah. Yes, hi, sweetie. Did you just wake up? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Like, I thought I knew what it was saying up until it was like, all this other stuff. It's like, I don't know what that means. I'm gonna opt out. That seems safe.
What you want is immaterial. The kingdom of conscience is coming, whether you like it or not. Only very slowly.
If I'm a centrist? Oh. What did I just pick? I don't know. I don't know what I just picked. Well.
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here.
Okay. So there's this apartment over here. Right, because I want us to be there. 21. Oh, we still have time. What do we want to do? The upgrade center, I'll get there for critiques. Yeah. Unfortunately, they use big words and my head goes, I don't know what the fuck that means.
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to Crime.
A small mountain of colorful board game boxes. There are numerous types of... The display rack. This is entirely, completely you. You have found the right books.
Do we want to waste money and buy a freaking book? Where do we get a sad song though? Can we get it from the pawn shop, maybe? I mean, we can wait on the bench. That's an option too. You have to go now? Thanks for joining. Tuesday, yes. I'll be streaming on Tuesday.
Hello again. How can I help you? Have you tried it before?
It's almost like he's worried for you.
If you say so. Here you go, man.
Yes, darling. That's the coalition government ordained Parolidon. Straight into your gut.
I respect your decision, officer.
What a shirt. All other shirts pale in comparison to the muscular man with antlers and immense zwaya.
The t-shirt.
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest.
Good night. Have a good night. Okay, let's wait on the bench for a bit. Oh, what's that?
That page 3 girl. She must be the most beautiful page 3 girl ever printed. And look at those freckles. The origin of disco. Makes you want to dive into the boogie, doesn't it? Get closer to disco itself with Miss Page 3. Come on, Beauty is inviting you on a pilgrimage. A pilgrimage you can make with just your hand.
Oh my god. We have to wait until 9.
You sit on the wind-worn wooden planks of the bench. You finally stop picking your nose. Time passes. Darkness ahead. You don't even know what you are waiting for anymore. The twiddling barely keeps your...
Alright. Come on. Come on.
A plaster cast bust depicts a middle-aged man. You hear someone walking around inside. Rear.
Okay. Maybe we can just waste time until 9. I mean, I suppose I should have waited until 9, but...
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural? Ooh, not only have you found my address,
she's a coal
my
miner.
biggest secret. I'm a coal miner.
She does have eyes that seem to be smeared with coal.
Yes, I keep hoping a shaft will collapse on me, but somehow it never happens. Does anyone in a city like this? It doesn't have to do anything at all. Nothing does. Like me. Right now, I'm doing nothing at all. Shoot, Piggy. It's what you do, isn't it?
Okay. So... we just need to wait. Okay. We have 10 minutes to wait in game. I'll be back in a sec. The clock didn't move at all. Okay. We can talk to her, I guess.
Trying to sneak up on me?
Or not. Hello, first playthrough, yes. I'm just gonna take another 15 minutes on the bench.
You sit on the wind wall. The twiddling barely keeps.
Alright. Come on. Come on. There we go. One of the few games you can perfect. Oh. Yeah, a lot of people said it was really, really good. Recommended it to me. I'd say the only thing that's not perfect there is this control scheme. Are you gonna go in the door? Nope. Alright, let's try again. Okay, let's try again. There we go. Oh my god, sit with me. I want to go. Am I console or PC? PC. But I'm using a controller.
This door is made of metal and appears to be reinforced. Someone here really values their security. No one answers. Looks like he isn't home. You should come back tomorrow evening, after 2100.
Oh, it has to be tomorrow? Okay, fine. Did all that waiting for nothing. So I don't think there's anything else I can do. Well, I mean, there's stuff I could do, but I want to do it with Kim. It's probably just because I'm like leaning. Because I'm looking at chat right now and I have to turn my head. So it's just the facial tracking.
I've got nothing to say to you. Why are you...
Oh, nice. All right. So I think I'm gonna end it here for today, and we'll start off the next day, next time. Because what we'll do is, that's not it. We'll talk to, well, actually, we'll have the water lock done, but we will talk to Everett and I guess talk to, Joyce about talking to Everett, and then do this, and then new area. Am I enjoying the game? Yeah. It's just a lot. It's just just a lot of lore, a lot of words. It takes a lot out of you. I don't, if someone did like a 12-hour stream or something of this, I don't know, I don't understand how they would be able to. Unless you were like not understanding anything that was going on and you're just like, ooh, body. You know? But yeah, I'm enjoying it. And my dog is accepting me. Yes, yes, yes. 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 Safe. Okay. Let's see. Who's live? Take care. Good night. I'm gonna go to sleep too. Who's live? Who are we gonna raid? Look at pastry I raid. I haven't raided them in a while. Alright, thank you for joining. Have a good night. Have a good rest of your weekend. I'll see you guys on Tuesday. Good night. Goodbye.